G'day my friends, Marty Ware here from Marty's Garden. Now, I've got a really cool video for you today. What we're going to do is we're going to answer the question, is worm farming worth it? And I think you're going to be quite surprised.
The sun is warm, there's a gentle breeze. All the birds are making homes inside the evergreens. The air is clear with our loved ones close.
Well, you know what? I reckon it 100% is worth it. And if you can see here, I've got quite a few worm farms. I've got a hungry bin. And also over here, I've got 3 other types of plastic bins full of awesome worms. Let's get in and have a quick look at the hungry bin, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go through all the steps. Generally when I make a video it's like, oh, there's point 1, point 2, number 1 reason, number 2 reason. Maybe I'll do it like that. What do you think? But first, let's have a look inside the hungry bin. So we want to see how many are inside this avocado skin. Just put some banana peels in there. Oh, look at that. Big worm ball. Oh. Is that awesome or not? They're all going to go down deep. Move through that. Look how fast they moved and got out of there. And there's heaps of little baby ones there. Is there any under this one? No, they're all in that one for some reason. We're going to cover it back over. If you see this white powder around here in the outside, that's dolomite, right? Which is I use for conditioning the worm farms. And this is horse manure all in here. And as I water it in, that'll all go through all the bedding again, sweeten up that bedding. So let's get into the video. Is worm farming worth it? So we had to head back inside because it started raining. We're going to cruise around and look at the worm farms. But you can do that on my channel. What I want to do is give you 8 reasons of why a worm farm is worth it. And number 1 is you get to recycle your kitchen scraps. And the wonderful thing about that is worms eat, when they're in their right optimum environment, up to half their weight a day. So this brings me to number 2, right? Number 2 is you get to stop putting all this stuff into landfills and things. You are working on your carbon footprint at home, turning your waste into amazing worm castings, which we're going to talk about further on down the line. So number 3, we're talking about waste, right? Worms can reduce organic matter, the weight, down to 95%. So you can imagine the amount, the volume that you're putting into these worm farms over time, what you're breaking it down to, which is just absolutely amazing that they can actually eat so much. Number 4 would have to be the ultimate for me, and we're going to talk about further on down the list about why these are so great. See, worms make an end result. It's the worm casting. Now, if you're a gardener and you want to use the worms for making amazing castings in your own free fertilizer, well, it's possibly one of the best organic fertilizers on the planet. And I reckon just that reason alone makes it well worth it. So that brings me to number 5. What do these worm castings do? Well, they are an amazing fertilizer. Not only are they organic and pH neutral, which all plants love, they're a slow release fertilizer that's nutrient dense, and the plant can uptake it over time just as desired. And best of all, it's full of all that biology that the worms have eaten in the soil that make plants grow like crazy and help them stay pest free. Number 6, have I got my count right? Because sometimes I mess up the counts. People that are watching my videos know that I do that quite often. So I'm just going to check on my list here, right? Because I'm looking over, I've got this little list. It's behind the scenes stuff for you guys. Worm castings have no smell and can be used on house plants. Yeah, it's very true. It has absolutely no smell. It may be only the only organic poo, we're going to put it in those nasty words, that I know of that has no smell. And you can literally sprinkle it around on your house plants around your garden. Plants grow like crazy. No smell. Now that's a great benefit. Number 7. Yep, got the count right. Number 7, right. Got my list over here. Worm castings can make a free fertiliser. Now, if you're really interested in this type of stuff, right, you can make free liquid fertilisers with worm castings, and you can make a lot of it, and you can actually make it straight from your worm farm as well. Now, I teach all this stuff in the members area, so if you want to become a worm wrangler, there's 1, 2 and 3, and if you're in level 3, you get the full course run out to you, starting a worm farmer beginner's guide, which used to be over on the website, sold for about 30 bucks. It's $15 now USD to access all that, and it teaches you everything from A to Z to get you started. You don't have to worry about going through 1 trillion YouTube videos and not sure if this one's right, this one's correct, this one's working properly. It's all in there, and they're only about 1-2 minutes long, and you can consume them at your own time because there's a playlist that you get, and also you get notified. So if you click that notification bell, and then when it goes into the members area, you will get notified as well that a new video has come out, because I'm going to be filling up that members area over time. Great place to be. So let's get to number 8. This is the last one, right? And I really like this. If you're full on into gardening, worm casts and the biology help the plants to get really healthy. They help just grow out and get really strong. This type of nutrient that has got the biology in it and feeds it slow release actually helps the plant uptake saps much easier because it's got all the nutrients in there needed. And what that does is builds a stronger cell wall on the plant, which helps build up all the essential oils and things, which helps plants repel pests and diseases. Now, one of the amazing things about worm castings, when you put it around the roots of your plants, seedlings too, so all roots, eelworm. So there are there's lots of nematodes in the ground, but eelworms are different nematodes. They coming for it, I'm going to get your root system, I'm going to get your root system. Oh no, turn away. They don't know why this does, well, maybe some scientists do know why, but it's been proven that it really works around the roots of plants and stops those nasties from getting them. Because sometimes you can think, what's wrong with my plant? I don't know what's wrong with that plant. It's just dying. I can't see any disease. I can't see any pests. Could be attacking the root system. And worm castings do that exactly for you. Now, if you dig this video and you're getting a lot from it, and you've been watching maybe the rest of my videos on the channel, want to learn about worm farming, dig into those. There's also like organic small space gardening and micro farming gardening videos. You can jump into those too. But make sure you subscribe before you go, and check out, there's a join button down below next to the subscribe button, and check out maybe becoming a worm wrangler and jumping on to the benefits. I'm really stoked that you're here. Thanks everyone for your support. Hope you dig that video. If you did, give us a big thumbs up before you go. And let me know if you enjoyed the video. Have a great day. Happy gardening. Here comes a flexi hand. Haven't done the big flexi hand for a while. Bye for now. Do you know what compost worms actually do?
They help the world.
How do they help the world?
Um,
Get the light on here so I can see your face a bit better.
It's too bright.
It's Sunday, man. I'm bothering you on a Sunday. This is like your questionnaire for you for the day. What do worms do?
They help plants.
How?
Whether or not.
Are you right leaning on the lounge there like that?
No.
Do you like that granny blanket?
I'm comfy here.
So, if you just tell me one thing, like one thing, what do worms do? You've been on the worm farming channel, Marty's Garden channel for years now. I've been doing worm farming for one thing. One thing about compost worms.
I don't know. They eat plant roots, old plant roots.